Hello and welcome to the Quibber channel. I am Jason, your host. I hope you're all having a good day. So let's talk about my tech and the evolution of it here. First of all, the core of it. This ThinkPad laptop. I have always loved ThinkPad laptops. You can go back all the way to probably 2012 and you will find versions online for sale on eBay that still work. The ThinkPad range is business, is reliable, usually very good battery efficiency, but it's refined, it's subdued. There's no shiny RGB, there's no glowing, bloody, flashing lights from underneath it. But it's reliable. It's why a lot of people in business use it. Most tech support and that who actually know what they're doing, their own laptop will be a ThinkPad because it just works. And I'm not talking about it just works in the way that a certain developer says, but it actually does work. Now this is the X13. I bought it second-hand on eBay. It runs about brand new, about £1,400. But I got it for, I believe, was 700, something like that. Nobody else was bidding on it. I was amazed I actually got it, really, because it's 14-inch. It's a tiny little laptop. It's quite, for its size, as BritMonkey let me know when he picked it up, it's quite heavy for its size because it's solidly made. Hello there, Bertie. You want a love? There we are. Little baby doggies. It has an 8-core, 16-thread AMD processor, which is called the 784U Pro. It's the Pro version because it's the business version. And it's a powerhouse. It really is. I mean, I'll show you the CPU on it running at the moment because it's just... There we are. So it's an 8-core, 16-thread. It can easily hit 5 gigahertz when it needs to, but at the moment it doesn't need to. And yes, I know, Bertie, you want to love. I'm trying to get something done on. I know you're adorable. You've had lots of love already, but you can have more love, can't you? You can have more love. It's such a sweet little. And Zach's looking over very, very. Why is he gaining love and I'm not gaining love? You've had lots of love as well, Zach, and you know it. Oh, the poor little old guy. Yes, I'll give you both a love. So we're going to have just an intermittent now. I'm giving the dog love. Oh, why not? Why not? There we are. Okay. Oh, Zach, you can't lie down right under his backside. Oh, okay. The only downside to this model is the memory is soldered in, but the memory is soldered in for a good reason. It isn't like the old things that sometimes Azeal would do and that with theirs. This memory is called DDR5LP, something like that, LPX or something like that. It's a special kind of memory that's very, very efficient, allows for faster latency and so on, because it is soldered into the board. It isn't on a separate slot. It's built into the pathways. So even though I don't like it because it means you can never upgrade the memory, you at least, there's a reason for it. it isn't done just for cost cutting measures. It's actually a really good thing to have. I've been looking into that kind of memory, and it is really fast. It makes normal DDR5 looks very slow and inefficient by comparison. But this is why it's taking a, how can I put it? It's taking a leaf out of mobile phones and that, and the way they do their memory. So it's running Windows 11 at the moment. The processor can actually go up to, I believe, 30 watts, 35 watts, this version, if it needs to. But at the moment, as you'll see, it's ticking along at 12.2 watts with no issues. Now, what's connected to this system at the moment? I have my Chroma X, which is the Razer Chroma X external GPU box. I have used this on so many laptops and systems out there. It's a beautiful thing, and it's very good. At the moment, it's only got a 3060 Ti in 8 gigabit, which we've decided on an AMD 7900 XT. Now, why the 7900 XT and not the XTX? It's a simple thing. First of all, there's only very few of the XTX that will fit in this box. And they require 3 PCIe power thingies. And unfortunately, the built-in power supply only has 2 outputs. You could wrangle it or whatever you want to call it, but I mean changing the power supply, and you've got to get one that fits in the Chroma and so on. So the thing is, that's connected via USB 4. This laptop has 2 USB 4s. Now, let me just pause this. So this is the Thunderbolt Station 4 by CalDigit. It's an amazing little dock. In fact, little is not really the optimal word. It connects via USB 4 or Thunderbolt 4. It can connect via lower spec USB, but you lose a lot of the functionality. So this is an amazing piece of kit. It's got 2.5 gigabyte LAN capabilities, which I'm using, 18 ports, and if we just go down to what it's on the front, it has that, and which is basic stuff. On the rear, that. This thing turns a laptop into a full desktop with all the kind of connections you could want. And basically, I love it. It's amazing. That plus the Chroma eGPU plus the laptop turns it into a full desktop, because I can pick up this system disconnected and have everything I do. I could in theory leave the house with the laptop and the attached drive, which I will come to in a bit, and then I will have everything I could need. Because this has the built-in 780M integrated graphics, which means if you don't have an external graphics card, you can still do 1080p gaming and stuff. You can still stream on it. There's so much you can still do on it with that thing. I mean, it's basically the one that they use in all the high-powered handheld gaming systems. So that is one of the core things. It allows me to connect my mic, keyboard, mouse, controller, freaking everything. That's one of the biggest concerns with having a laptop, is the lack of ports. Right, so let's just pause that. In fact, I'll go through the other. Give me a sec to find it. So this is the laptop. It's just very slightly different than the version I've got. But this is the basic idea. Corporate laptop. It's almost completely silent most of the time. So we've got, wait for it to get to this one. Okay, so re-eventing, 2 USB 4s plus a USB 3.2, I believe, headphone jack, and some kind of connector there. On the other side, a SIM card slot plus another USB plus HDMI. So we can go to the text, basic text stuff, Dolby voice. Got really nice sound on it, and so yeah, it's a very good laptop. There we are. You're seeing what the computer is. It's more powerful than my Steam Deck. It is pretty crazy. So that's that bit. And I will just pause this. I was going to show you a picture of the actual eGPU, but they don't make it anymore, sadly. They haven't made it for a while, unfortunately, because it is one of the best ones out there. It's really solidly made, and I wish I had 2 of them. So we can't show that. But what else makes up my system? I have my 8-bit Do Ultimate controller. You'll see me when I play what is it? Vampire Survivor, using this a lot. I absolutely adore this controller. It's wonderful. Got its little dot there. As for my mouse, I use the Red Dragon. One of these. Red Dragon actually makes some really good stuff. I like it with the buttons on the side. That's my kind of thing. But the whole point of it is, I like, for MMOs and for stuff like Star Trek Online, having those buttons at the side that I can touch with my thumb makes me very, very happy. So this is my, it's not that expensive. I think it costs about £30 in total, that one, and I've got a couple of them hanging about because I like to have multiples of those. I used to use the Logitech G602 or something, their MMO mouse, but they started, it had really cheap click microswitches, and they failed on them every time. I went through like 3 or 4 of them. So this is lasting longer. Monitors, I haven't got anything fancy when it comes to monitor. It's a 3-monitor setup at the moment because we've got the one built into the actual laptop, which I use primarily to show the hardware monitors, stuff like core temp and CPU stuff, and just so I can see how the system's running and what temperature it is and that. In front of me here I have an AOC 32-inch 2K 1440p monitor. This was given to me as a gift a long, long time ago. And on this side is a Samsung widescreen monitor. That's like a 35-inch or something like that. I don't know, but it's a pain in the ass, though. I use this one over here. The one over by that you never usually see is the OBS, Stream Chat, all web pages on there. I game on my big screen here and use the other one for monitoring software. So that's pretty much my entire system, except for I have my Audio Technica AT2020. mic on an over monitor thingy. This was the best place for me because when I first had this, it's just there. I'll just put it down. I tried it there in front of my monitor and it was annoying because it'd be above the monitor. I tried it at the side. I tried it everywhere. And no matter where I put the mic, it annoyed my brain. This is the only place where I have it that I actually like it. My actual camera is an iPhone 11. That iPhone 11 has never left my house. It's never been used as a phone, but the iPhone 11 is actually a bloody brilliant camera for this. And so, of all the ones I've tried, that became the best I've ever used. And I'm very happy with the way this setup is now. The funny thing is, and this is crazy, the computer part of this system is faster and more responsive than my AM5 7900 build that's now downstairs. Oh, it has a built-in 4TB M2, it came with a 512 M2, and I just opened it up. It's only 5 screws. You can replace it. You can replace everything except memory. You can even replace the Wi-Fi cord and stuff like that inside the laptop. So yeah, this is my current primary setup. I mean, it works perfectly. I have here a setup that is bloody brilliant. I'm amazed by it, how well it works. I'm copying over a few items into the system for use, and that's it. It's working. It's doing my system now pretty well. I don't see me going back to a desktop. Now the eGPU is what made the nice thing is this laptop. It's idling at about 56 Celsius at the moment, just averaging out because it's doing stuff on OBS and that. Hello, baby. That's all you want to love, yes. Yes, you are beautiful. You're both beautiful. You have to give the Zach a love as well. Anyway, so I better stop this now. I'm going to start rambling. I know that my brain's going to start rambling. What's the next option for me? My next project is, because this was my backup system, and my brain is screaming at me saying, you don't have a backup system, you don't have a backup system, you don't have a backup system. What happens if this breaks? What happens if this breaks? What will you be able? That's how my brain is. Welcome to autism and that. I've got to have multiple backup safe spaces all the time. So I'm working on 2 new backup systems. The first one is going to be based around my Steam Deck. It's I don't have any idea what that was. Yeah, so that's going to be there. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Connected via the dock is a 4TB Crucial SSD. I love those Crucial SSDs, the little tiny ones. I've got so many of them now around the house. I use them in so many builds. I use them in my NAS downstairs. They're brilliant. And so one of my backups is going to be a setup that's going to be, I'm here, there's another desk next to me with a chair, and it's going to have and the Steam Deck's on there ready to be connected to a monitor, and that's all going to be set up to actually be a backup of this. So if anything happens to this system, I can instantly turn on the other system next to me. It's going to take a bit of work because it's SteamOS, and SteamOS is a brilliant gaming thing, but trying to get all the stuff and OBS to work as well on desktop mode and all that kind of thing, that can be a bit finicky, but it's getting there. And the third backup, because I have to have 3 backups for my main system, is going to be based on my old 3950X system. I'm going to use, when I put a new graphics card in here, an AMD graphics card, the one from in here, the 3060, will go into my old computer system, and the old computer system will basically be able to do everything that this is, but slower. So I will have 3 primary backups for my brain to feel happy and not to wake me up at 2 a.m. and not get back to sleep. Look at them twiddling. They're so cute. They're cute little doggies, and they're so snuggly and wondly. Yeah, exactly. You're beautiful. You're both tired, aren't you? Because I've been up since 3 a.m. I woke up at 3 a.m. and couldn't get back to sleep. Yay! So I probably do need to get some sleep to have a little rest, a sleepy best rest. So first, let's upload this. This is like the Super Ninja Bouncy thing I've done. My nose is itching. Bye bye for now.